Okay, we love.
Good afternoon and welcome, Mr. Mayor, councillors, and those viewing this meeting of the Moira Shire Council. I invite Mayor Mustika to start with our prayer.
Thank you, Claire. Almighty God, we humbly ask you to guide our deliberations for the welfare and the benefit of the Moira Shire and its people whom we serve. Amen. Acknowledgement to country. Where the Moira Shire Council would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet, pay respects to their elders both past and present. Thank you, councillors. Now we go on to a bereavement acknowledgement. I would like to pause now and pay tribute to our Operations Executive Manager, Rick Devlin, a dedicated and respected member of staff who worked for the Shire. He loved for more than 15 years. He is greatly missed. There's a little photo slideshow to commence shortly that goes for about 45 seconds. Thank you. Okay, thank you for that. Apologies and request a leave of absence. Any councillors wish to go on a holiday while we're in lockdown? Oh, councillor, okay, yes, we have. We've got a councillor Burke that's not present today, so here's an apology. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Oh, we need to, yes. Could we have a move up for that, please? Councillor Cox, have a second, please. Councillor Mansfield, all those in favour? Declaration under the Act, regulations of code of local laws. Now, declaration of any interest or conflict of interest. Now, confirmation of minutes from previous meeting. Could I have a councillor move those minutes, please? Councillor Cox. Can't hear you. You've got to turn your microphone on. Councillor Cox. We'll have to go for another. Could you please turn your microphone on? Can you hear me now, Councillor Cox? Could I have another councillor move those minutes, please? Councillor Mansfield, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll move that the minutes of the ordinary council meeting held on Wednesday, the 28th July 2021 be prepared, be confirmed.
Thank you, councillor. Can I have a councillor second that, please? Councillor Brooks, all those in favour? Carried, thank you. Councillors to provide verbal reports. Councillors to provide verbal reports. Are any councillors that wish to have something? No? Councillor Lawless. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I certainly reinforce your comments on the passing of Rick Devlin before. It's tragic news for our Shire. But I also don't want to overlook the contribution of Bill Greed to the council, which is Mari Martin's brother. And so we pass on their condolences to that family. The reason I know a little bit of the history of Bill, but certainly not as much as perhaps Wayne and others in that area do, I'm fairly sure he was one of the first group of councillors at Moira Shire, and played a big part in recruiting people to come on Moira Shire. And I know that because when I had four young children, he approached me, but I was much too young to be thinking of, but he made an enormous contribution to the Shire, and others would know better than I how much he contributed to the Numurkah community. So I'd like to recognise him by passing on our condolences to Mari and the family.
Thank you, Councillor Lawless.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah.
Any other councillor reports? Councillor Limbrick.
Thanks, Mayor. I'd just like to endorse Councillor Lawless' remarks and yours. I attended the commemorative service for Rick at Nathalia, and Rick's passing has certainly had a substantial impact on the workers at Nathalia, and so it was nice to be able to be there with the boys and give them some support. And I congratulate Claire and also the Mayor on their support of that Nathalia community, because they've done an amazing amount of work, and I know that the compassion and the support that has been given to those workers at our depot in Nathalia has been really well appreciated, and they were all acknowledging the support of council, and in particular the work that Claire's been doing with them. And Claire was there that afternoon after she'd been to Numurkah, and I congratulate her. Even managed to give her a big hug because I think she really needed it. It's been a pretty tough couple of weeks for all of us, I think. So I congratulate Claire in particular and the Mayor for what they're doing for the community, and they all expressed their appreciation, and I've assured them that they just need to speak up if they need any support at any level. So I'll leave it at that. And also, excuse me, I'd like to pass on to the Mari and the Greed family my sympathy for the passing of Bill, because he was larger than life, certainly. I knew him for a very long time. We ran around and chased each other on a tennis court. He's a lot older than me, but he was very cunning. And I know firsthand the impact that he had on the Numurkah community in a whole lot of ways that people will never know. And he was a great friend of my uncle Bill, who was also a councillor of Numurkah Shire. And they got up to lots of antics at the trots and things. So my sympathy to the Greeds, and it is a passing, an end of an era. And we also witnessed the passing this week of, and yes, no, that's Green, Mari,
Jerry
Jerry,
Green.
yes, sorry, I had a seniors moment. Of Jerry, another icon of Numurkah, and unfortunately, it's part of life that we lose these absolute legends, and so I pass on my sympathy to the Green family and all his connections as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Brick. Look, I also like to pay thanks to Claire. The morning that that tragedy happened to the Moira Shire, I couldn't believe how quickly Claire jumped into action between going from depot to depot to make sure that every worker was okay. And I think there was a few moments there in Nathalia where Claire and I shared a tear also. It was very moving, very upsetting. And I hope to God this never happens again to any shire in Victoria or Australia. So any other council reports? Councillor Martin.
Firstly, thank you for your condolences, and it's been a pretty tough time all around, I think, for a lot of people in Moira. On a totally different note, I did a Zoom course with the MAB, which I'd recommend to my fellow colleagues. It was emotional intelligence, and it was just it was an exhausting day, but it was really fantastic, and I'm willing to show anybody else any of the notes that I got and that, but a wonderful way moving forward, and how to sort of manage things, and sort of how to improve ourselves and improve our workings and everybody's workings with each other. So I'm happy if anybody would like to see the notes or talk to me about it, or even if the group wants to do a training thing with it, but really well worth it. So thank you for that, because that's part of councillor training that we can undertake. So thank you, and thank you again for your condolences. It's much appreciated.
Thank you, Councillor Martin. Any other council reports? Okay, we'll move on. Thank you. Public question time. This afternoon, questions from our constituents will be read and answered by our Chief Executive Officer, Claire Keating. Claire, you've got some questions, please.
Yes, I do.
You've got the answers.
Right. The first question, Gwyneth Hack, why is there no discount for full and early payment of rates? Great question, and one I'm very happy to answer. Firstly, there's little benefit to council in this at the moment. Interest rates are incredibly low, so it's not as if paying them early is going to benefit council very much. We have a very strong cash position, so we certainly don't need them in for any cash flow reasons. But importantly, this idea of giving discounts to people who are able to pay larger sums rather than those who have to potentially struggle or budget throughout the year really favours, I suppose, the more well-heeled above those who are really struggling, potentially, especially in this time. And we see this with a lot of things, house insurance and 10 or 20% discounts if you pay annually, which really disadvantages people who aren't in a position to do that. So that's certainly not something that we want to do in our community. The second question, Jeff Campbell, has formal planning commenced for the enhancement of the Yarrawonga Town Hall? Well, yes, it has. And part two of that question, and will the community be given the opportunity to have input into improvements? They have during the consultation, and my staff informed me that you, Jeff, have spoken to them and they have taken your comments on board. At this process, we are now looking at structural things such as moving toilets and lift shafts. So it is now in the hands of structural people, the engineers. Second question from, a statement from Jeff. Congratulations on the commencement of the Yarrawonga to Burramine cycle and walk track. And I really want to thank Sally Rice and Councillor Elliott for championing this amongst others here. We're also thrilled about that. And the questions regarding the maintenance program on the existing networks of tracks was asked and answered on the 28th of April 2021. A question from Carol Henderson. Will Moir Shire Council desist from awarding a contract for the demolition of the Yarrawonga Community Hall until Heritage Victoria has investigated, and finalised its decision on the application for state heritage listing? That would depend very much on when they're going to make that decision, given that has been with them since the 19th of June 2019. As the appeal authority, Heritage Council Victoria has refused an interim protection order. We are confident in continuing with this project. Second question, the concept plans for the Town Hall Precinct have an L-shaped foyer lobby, which is supposed to replace a 200 square metre hall. How can a public entrance space to the library substitute for a medium-sized standalone hall? Well, I assume it's not rhetorical, but I think that the answer to that question is that was not meant to replace it. There are other spaces within the town hall itself, which we can petition off to make a usable space. The stage as well will now be accessed, be accessible by lift. So that'll also be able to be used in the same way that a medium-sized town hall would be. Paul Flavel, this question regarding a community opinion about the future of the old school site in Yarrawonga was asked and answered on the 24th of February this year. Suffice to say that we are now aware that traditional owners have interest in the site as an area of cultural heritage within their culture as an old meeting site, and are progressing this claim at state and federal level. Second question from Paul. Why has there been no community consultation except with one stakeholder, it seems, about the location of a future tourist information centre with ample parking for visitors, including their caravans, boats, etc.? Well, this is, we believe, still a long way off. So we are not in a position to start any sort of consultation until the site of the bridge has been determined. A question from Mary Cooper. The storage shed at the Yarrawonga Town Hall is 100 square metres and is full. What contingencies does Moira Shire have in place for the storage of the tables and chairs in the proposed new building with only 32 square metres allotted? A good question once again, and we have been given thought to this for lighter and more stackable furniture that is easier for people to manoeuvre as well. So we are looking into that. The second question, how can an L-shaped foyer be considered suitable for private public functions with some attendees around the corner when it has to be available for people wishing to visit the Moira Shire Service Centre and or the library? Well, that is, the area will be used when it's not in use for council business, but there are many other spaces of different sizes that can be configured through partitions and in other parts of the building. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you for the questions and thank you for the answers. Okay, we'll move on to Officer's Report for Determination. 10.1, Office of CEO Neil. 10.2, Corporate. 10.21, Environmental Upgrade Agreement. Quarterly Performance Report, June 2021. Could I have a councillor move that, please? Councillor Lawless, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The recommendation is that council notes the Environmental Upgrade Agreement Quarterly Performance Report for the June 2021 quarter.
Thank you, Councillor Lawless. Could I have a councillor second that motion, please? Councillor Cox, Councillor Lawless, you wish to speak to it?
Yes, this agreement has no cost to the council, but it provides a mechanism to assist Moira Shire businesses to fund works that improve the energy, water, or environmental or sustainability of buildings on their rateable land. And it's mandated by the Local Government Act that we have this report presented quarterly as to know how we've encouraged businesses to look at some of the environmental effects of and sustainability of things around their buildings.
Thank you, Councillor Lawless. Councillor Cox, you wish to speak to it?
No, Mr. Mayor, Councillor Lawless summed that up pretty good, I think. Thank you.
Councillor Cox, any other councillor wish to speak to it? Councillor Lawless, you wish to sum up? All those in favour of the motion? Carried, thank you. 10.2.2, preparation of the 2021 annual report. Can I have a councillor move that, please? Councillor Cox.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll move a motion. Item 1, council provide in principle approval of the 2021 performance statement and financial statements. Item 2, authorise Mayor, Councillor Libro Mustica and Deputy Mayor Councillor Julie Brooks to certify the 2020-21 financial statements and performance statement. Item 3, authorise the forwarding of the annual report, including the certified and audited financial statements and performance statement to the Minister in accordance with the requirements of the Local Government Act 2020. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Cox, can I have a councillor second that motion, please? Councillor Lawless. Councillor Cox, should we speak to it?
Yeah, just briefly, Mr. Mayor, this is a requirement under the Local Government Act, and we've got to start the process here so we can get everything signed off before September the 20th and down to the relevant minister. And it's just a procedural matter, Mr. Mayor. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Cox. Councillor Lawless.
No, I don't need to add any more to that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Lawless. I don't think any other councillor wish to speak to that motion. Councillor Cox, you wish to sum up?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All those in favour of the motion? Carried, thank you. 10.2.3 Audit and Risk Committee meeting minutes, 29th of July 2021. Can I have a councillor move that motion, please? Councillor Martin.
I'd like to move that council accept the minutes of the Audit and Risk Committee meeting held on the 29th of July 2021, and secondly, endorse the recommendations contained within the reports.
Thank you, Councillor Martin. Can I have a councillor second that motion, please? Councillor Limbrick. Councillor Martin, you wish to speak to it?
Look, it's pretty self-explanatory there. It's all mapped out there. So, yeah, I reserve my right. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Limbrick.
Just in summary, Mr. Mayor, it's important that the people understand that the Audit and Risk Committee certainly is involved in looking at the accounts of the Shire, but it's also involved in things like work cover, the performance of our staff, the safety of our staff, more importantly, and the well-being, which has been really, really important over the last 12 months with COVID and people working from home. And when you look at the title of it, you automatically think that it's about the accounts, but it's more about the health and well-being of the Shire and the risks that are presented to the whole Shire as an organisation, and a really, really important part of the assessment. And our 5 meetings a year, this is the minutes of one of those meetings, and it is really procedural, but it is really, really important.
Yep.
Well said, Councillor Limbrick. Any other councillor wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Lawless.
If I could just add a little bit more detail to what Councillor Limbrick is saying, and I'm just reading out a few of the audits that are done on the different areas. Review of occupational health and safety and wellbeing risk management, review of event management, review of waste management, review of maternal and child health, review of its IT risk management controls and cyber security, which is extremely important, review of infrastructure asset management. So there's a whole list of statutory planning. So there's a whole list of things. As Councillor Limerick has said, we're not just looking at just the finances.
Thank you, Councillor Lawless. Any other councillor wish to speak to that motion, please? Councillor Martin, you wish to sum up?
Yes, that's true. It does cover all of our workings in council, and we have a 4-year cyclical plan, and we prioritise what's of most important to go through to make sure all our measures are there. We look at our risk appetite, and we look how we're going to manage that. So it's the whole management of the Shire. So yes, I agree. Very, very important, and everything is as it should be there. Thank you.
Councillor Martin, all councillors in favour of that motion? Carried, thank you. 10.2.4 Audit and Risk Committee Annual Report. Could I have a councillor move that motion, please? Councillor Lawless.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The recommendation that the council note the Audit and Risk Committee's Annual Report 2021.
I have a councillor second that motion, please. Councillor Cox. Councillor Lawless, you wish to speak to it?
I don't think I need to add any more. It's just a procedural motion.
Thank you, Councillor Lawless. Councillor Cox.
No, Mr. Mayor.
Any other councillor wish to speak to it? Councillor Lawless, you don't wish to sum up? Done. All those in favour? Carried, thank you. 10.2.5 Assembly of Councillors, July 2021. Can I have a councillor move that motion, please? Councillor Cox.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, the council received a note, the record of assemblies of councillors for 2021 July. Sorry, Mr. Mayor.
Can I have a councillor second that motion, please? Councillor Elliott. Councillor Cox, do you wish to speak to it?
No, Mr Mayor.
Councillor Elliott, do you
Sorry.
wish to speak to it? You've got to unmute so we can hear you.
No, Mr Mayor, I reserve my right. Thank you.
Do any other councillor wish to speak to it? Okay, we're not going to sum up. All those councillors in favour of that motion? Councillor Lawless, you in favour or not? Thank you. 10.3 community, 10.31 draft well-being for all ages strategy endorsement for community comment. Can I have a councillor move that motion, please? Councillor, I'm just waiting. Right now, Councillor Elliott.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I move that council endorse the draft wellbeing for all ages strategy, the strategy being released for a period of community consultation.
Thank you, councillor. Councillor Cox, did you second that motion?
Certainly did.
Councillor Elliott, you wish to speak to it?
Yeah, just briefly, Mr Mayor. This document is a requirement of the Public Health Act and is developed and implemented with a range of stakeholders. It's essential that our community has this opportunity to have a say on the strategy before the final draft and is presented to council in October for the endorsement. The development of this strategy has already involved extensive consultation with 3 priority areas being identified. They are, number 1, healthy and supported communities. Number 2, safe, inclusive and prosperous communities. Get my tongue tied here, sorry. And number 3, healthy environments. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Elliott. Councillor Cox.
And just to back up Councillor Lawless, Mr Mayor, across the Shire, we value equity, access, diversity, collaboration and places-based right across the Shire. So it's very inclusive, Mr Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Cox. Any other councillors wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Martin.
Yeah, just to add that it's not just a council plan, it's a municipal plan. So we've got other stakeholders involved, but we have oversight for all of it. And our big thing is that we make sure that, you know, it's a great place to live and that our communities are as healthy as they can be and they feel supported, that they feel safe, they feel included, and that we also provide environments that are healthy for people to live in. So it's a huge area of things that we look at. So we look forward to people going online, and I presume there'll also be copies at different places that if people aren't online, that they can get hold of this and really have a good look through it, because it's all about, you know, having the best possible lives that we can, and that making sure that Moira is a great place to be. So yeah, take that opportunity. I'm not sure when the closing date for this is. I couldn't see that, but all this has to be done within the first 12 months after an election. So yeah, please to have a read of this, and if you see anything that perhaps you know you could add to, please do that, because we want to make it the best possible Shire we can. Great place to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Martin. Councillor Lawless.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. There's some really interesting information that this report is based on, and just flicking through it, a couple that really caught my eye, that there's actually 18.4% of our population that is born overseas. And also it makes comment about family and household. I know that's yourself included, Mr Mayor. There's also comments on family and household income, and we're significantly less lower than the state average. So it helps when you can look at those sorts of things that are the makeup of our community. It sort of helps you make policy or influence policy around those things.
Thank you, Councillor Lawless. Councillor Brooks.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I just wanted to add as well that The strategy has been developed with some, the guiding principles that Councillor Cox mentioned, and it does ensure that some of the equities in health outcomes and populations that might need a higher level of focus are actually prioritised. So I think it's a great strategy, and I think it's a fantastic opportunity for many stakeholders to make a contribution to it. So that's all I had. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Brooks, Councillor Limbrick.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I'd just like to endorse the comments of the other councillors. It's an important document. There's been considerable consultation, and I congratulate all those who took the time to have input into the draft, and to the staff who put all that together. It's certainly very comprehensive, and I hope that our communities all look at the document over the coming weeks and have any further input that we might need, so that we can come up with a final document that does help us plan and make decisions based on what the community are looking for.
Thank you, Councillor Limbrick. Any other councillor wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Elliott, you wish to sum up?
Just quickly, Mr. Mayor. Look, I just want to add that, our Shire should be a place, that we feel safe, feel included, and thrive as a valued member of our community. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Elliott. All those in favour of the motion? Carried. Thank you. Okay, 10.3.2, contract C018/21 Yarrawonga Barramine cycling and walking trail construction. Could I have a councillor move that motion, please? Councillor Elliott.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that the council number 1 award contract C082/21 Yarrawonga to Barramine cycling and walking trail construction to O'Loughlin Excavations Proprietary Limited. Number 2, authorise the CEO to sign and seal the contract documents. And number 3, approve the allocation of $300,000 from cash reserves towards the project budget.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Lawless, you second that motion? Wish to speak to it? Yes, Councillor Lawless, you wish to speak to that? Just coming on. You second that motion? Councillor Elliott, you wish to speak?
Seconding. Yes.
You did second. Councillor Elliott.
Yeah, I would like to speak to it, Mr. Mayor. I'm very excited to be part of the final process of the contract being awarded to O'Loughlin Excavations. Once complete, this trail will provide a safe passage for pedestrians, joggers, runners and cyclists between Barramine and Yarrawonga. And hopefully with the vision to eventually create a network of sealed cycling tracks across the whole Shire. This trail will promote health, activity, exercise, fitness, correlation and inclusion. In the interest of connectivity across the Shire, it would be ideal to have a trail east to west right across the Shire from Bundalong to Barmer. And I've said this before, but along our mighty Murray River. Once complete, this iconic trail should provide yet another major tourist attraction on its own accord. Thank you, Mr.
Councillor Elliott. Councillor Lawless.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We had 9 tenderers for this contract, and it was over the initial indication of the costs. And I'm pretty sure we had about 620,000 or 630 from the federal government towards this through a funding scheme. And so it'll be good to see that we'll finally connect Yarrawonga to Barramine as far as the Barramine homestead. And hopefully in the future, as Councillor Elliott has said, that we may be able to connect Yarrawonga to Bundalong. And the good part about it, it is local contractors have been awarded this this contract. And I'm glad to see of the 3 options that tenderers were asked to quote on, that we are going for the best option and the best pavement seal with the track, which I think will be a terrific asset into the future.
Thank you, Councillor Lawless. Any other councillors wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Mansfield.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Fully endorse the comments of Councillor Elliott, Councillor Laws. This will be a terrific asset to the Shire. Hopefully, eventually the trail will go from all the way to Cobram, which will allow cyclists to enjoy our lovely riverside and tracks, as Councillor Elliott indicated, go from Bundalong to Barmer on a cycle track. This will complement the Mulwala to Corowa cycling track, which is under construction at the moment by the Federation Shire, and I'm sure will be a mecca for a lot of recreational bike users that is becoming more popular. And I commend the project. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mansfield. Councillor Cox.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, I just want to fully support the motion, Mr. Mayor, and probably just focus on that the successful tender is a local proprietary limited. At times, to be honest, Mr. Mayor, as a Shire, as we all know, we get the headlines in the paper that we've awarded contracts out of the Shire. Well, this is one we can really sing about. That's going to happen up at Yarrawonga Borough Mine, and it's a local contractor that's doing the job. And we all know that not every contractor is successful when they apply or to tender for a project. And this is a process that we go through that is, in my opinion, democratic and fair. And sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. But I'm very pleased that a local contractor has secured this job. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Cox. Councillor Limbrick.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I think it's important from a tourism perspective that this is a great start, I think, for Moira Shire. There's been a lot of work done on rail trails, and we've got significant rail trails in the east of the state. And there has been a lot of work done connecting Yarrawonga to the Wangaratta rail trails and up to Myrtleford and up into the high country. So I think this is a really good start, and I could think of nothing better than being able to ride. Well, not me riding, but somebody riding from Myrtleford to Barmer would be really good. I think, you know, the dollars that flow from this type of tourism is quite extraordinary. And if you have a look at the impact that the rail trails in the east of the state have had on those smaller communities in particular, it's been quite extraordinary. So we look for every opportunity we can to develop tourism product, and this is a really good start.
Thank you, Councillor Limbrick. Any other councillors wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Martin.
As well as the added value for tourism, that I think it's just fantastic that we're actively encouraging people to be active and to be healthy and lead a healthy lifestyle. So yeah, it's just another addition to our assets that we're building up in that way, and it's something that that really everybody can use, right from disabled people right through to people who are riding bikes or just walking or whatever. It's open for everybody. Yes, I think that's a really good addition. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Martin. Councillor Elliott, you wish to sum up? Get on your bike.
Yeah, just quickly, Mr. Mayor. I think, this creates a huge opportunity to obviously join up with the rest of the rail trail across northeast Victoria, and a great tourism asset. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Elliott. All those in favour of the motion? Carried, thank you. 10.4 infrastructure, 10.4.1 construct C016-21 Everest Avenue reconstruction, Yarrawonga. Could I have a councillor move that motion, please? Councillor Lawless.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The recommendation is that Council 1 appoint Longford Civil Proprietary Limited as preferred tenderer for contract C016/21 Everest Avenue reconstruction, Yarrawonga. 2, authorise the Chief Executive Officer to undertake negotiations to achieve a best value outcome. And 3, authorise the Chief Executive Officer to sign and seal the contract documents.
Thank you, councillor Lawless. Can I have a councillor second that motion? Councillor Cox, councillor Lawless, you wish to speak to it?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There were 5 submissions received for this tender, and it's to give this street a complete a facelift with curb and guttering and road surface. And the tender included the renewal of Northeast Water main within the scope of the works, but that part of the project is to be funded by them in the final design. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Cox, you wish to speak to it?
No, thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Any other councillors wish to speak to it? Councillor Lawless, you wish to sum up?
I think that'll be right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, councillor Lawless. All those in favour of the motion? Carry. Councillor Lawless, you yes or no? Yes. Thank you. Actions officers list, Neil, notice of motion. 12.1, council owned land submitted by councillor Mansfield. Councillor Mansfield, you have a notice of motion.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll move that council undertake an audit of vacant land and or underutilised council-owned land to be identify opportunities for generating social and economic benefit.
Thank you, councillor Mansfield. Can I have a councillor second that motion, please? Councillor Martin. Councillor Lawless, councillor Mansfield, please. You wish to explain?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is pretty self-explanatory. What I think we should be doing as a council is identifying possible surplus land and or buildings that we can utilise the track for use of the community by possibly offloading them to the adjacent landholder. There's quite a lot of unused roads that are causing us maintenance work, which is of no further use for the council, which can be incorporated in the adjacent landholder. And I'm sure some of the adjacent landholders would like to utilise, because there is a situation where a lot of landholders are actually looking after that those unused roads and haven't got the ownership of them. And I would like to, and I think some of these unused roads, and especially the ones that are fronting on the eastern end of the Shire, fronting Lake Mulwala, especially out at Batumi, there's probably several out there that as roads, unused roads and unused land is probably worth a substantial amount of money, which we possibly could utilise down the track for providing facilities for the people of the Shire, excuse me, that can benefit the Shire people. And as I say, we need to know where these blocks of land are. I've shown the CEO and Simon Rennie, our corporate governance officer, and they are quite keen on doing it. So I just only hope that we can move forward and get this audit done. And in one particular place, the library, the present library, which was the old State Savings Bank building, when we build the new complex down at the Shire Hall, it is Shire's council's object to offload that building into the private sector, which will have the ability to be able to reduce the actual Shire cost of the actual new building, whatever we get for it. So I just commend this particular motion to council, and hopefully we can get things moving. Thank you.
Councillor Mansfield. Councillor Martin, you wish to speak to Councillor Mansfield's motion?
Yes. Yeah, I just wondered, just listening then, whether we need, I don't know what everybody else thinks, to add in their owned land and buildings into the motion, because if you're talking about buildings that aren't needed anymore, that's more than just the land, or?
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Would you be happy to put that in?
I'll accept that.
Okay, I think this is a good move because we probably really need to realise what we actually own and also look at, well, what's needed and what's surplus to requirements. So, yeah, I support this. Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Martin. Councillor Limbrick.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I agree with Councillor Martin's amendment. I think it needs to go to land and buildings, and I did circulate an email during the week as a response to this. I think there are apparently 600 buildings within the Shire and that council is responsible for, and I think it's really important from a business perspective that we have a look at all of those buildings, have a look at the holding costs of all of those buildings, have a look at the usage, and make some future decisions about how the holding of those assets is going to impact on the council's budget in coming years. Society moves on, and the facilities that we need to provide going forward will differ from those that were provided 100 years ago. And I think it's probably an opportune time for us to have a look at some of those assets. I'm not saying we should dispose of them, but I think we should get our heads around where we're at and what the annual cost of those assets is to the budget, and whether we can justify that against potentially spending that same money on assets for the next generation and the generation after.
Thank you, Councillor Limbrick. Councillor Elliott.
Yes, thank you, Mr Mayor. Look, I'll support this motion as well. The only thing that bothers me a little is some of these assets may be of not much use now, but you know, if we look into the future, maybe some of those assets could be used for whatever reason. I'm not going to state any, of course, but I can think of one or two. Obviously, the cycling track from Yarra to Bundalong, which is part of those road reserves, I think could be used as part of that cycling track eventually. So, look, I will support the motion, but I just worry about the use of some of those assets into the future.
Thank you, Councillor Elliott. Any other councillors wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Cox.
Yep, thank you, Mr Mayor. Yes, look, I'll support the motion, Mr Mayor. Times change, Mr Mayor, and what was relevant 20 years ago is within our community, as we've seen in our community, in some parts, there's been significant changes. And I just think it's imperative as a council that we keep right abreast of just our expectations as a council, but also the expectations of our community as well. We just have to make sure that we engage with our smaller communities, especially, Mr Mayor. But I just think, no, it's timely. And we're a new council, Mr Mayor, to get everybody up on speed what council actually owns and where we all stand. I think it's really a positive move, Mr Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Cox. Before we go much further, we'll have to vote on Councillor Martin's amendment to that, whether Councillor Mansfield will have to vote for that on the change that Councillor Martin suggested.
No, just a point of order.
We need to move it, yes.
No, I'm quite happy, Councillor Mayor, to accept that as part of the motion.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Okay, so is there any other councillor wish to speak to Councillor Mansfield's motion? Councillor Lawless, you wish to add? Sorry, Councillor Mansfield, you wish to add to the council's discussion? No,
just to clarify Councillor Elliott's concern, the Yarrawonga to Bundalong, there is a state rivers and water supply, or now Gold Water Reserve, back from the lake edge back inland. So any future, and that will still stay the same no matter what we do to any of our unused roads. And the situation is that that any cycle walking track between Yarrawonga and Bundalong will be incorporated in the Gold Water Reserve, which will be there forever. And as I say, I think this is a positive move by council to have a good look at what we do own and down the track, not that we might be going to do it, but because the situation is that federal and state funding, the way COVID has impacted on their budgets, federal and state funding is going to dry up, I believe, and we need to have an option down the track if we need to do any major projects in the Shire to possibly utilise some of the unused land and provide finance for these projects which will benefit the whole of the Shire. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mansell. Well said. Just to let everybody know out there that we are not running out 100 mile an hour to get rid of some of these use buildings that are being used. We are doing investigation through Councillor Mansfield's motion to see what there is out there. So we're not, don't go out there panicking that we're going to sell you a little building because it's the last thing we're going to do. If that building's utilised properly, it will remain yours. So thank you, Councillor Mansfield. All those in favour for the motion? Carried. Thank you. Petition and joint letters. Petition Bucking Dog. Could I have a councillor move the Bucking Dog motion, please? Councillor Cox.
Yep, thank you, Mr Mayor. I'll move the motion that council note the investigation into the matters raised within the petition received at the scheduled council meeting held on the 28th of July 2021 is ongoing, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Cox. Could I have a councillor second that motion, please? Councillor Martin. Councillor Cox, you wish to speak about dogs?
No, Mr Mayor. As the motion states, the investigation is ongoing, Mr Mayor. Thank you.
Councillor Cox, I had a couple of dogs at my shed this morning looking for my lunch. Were they yours?
No, they weren't, but I noticed they were.
Councillor Martin, you wish to speak to it?
No, just to say there's nothing worse if a dog just continually barks. It nearly drives you up the wall. So good luck with this.
Thank you, Councillor Martin. Any other councillor wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Elliott.
Yeah, I just want to note, just be careful how you say barking dog, Mr Mayor.
Is that it? Is it? Okay, thank you, Councillor. Any other councillor wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Limbrick.
Oh, just briefly, Mr Mayor. I have seen the petition, but it's a common issue around all of our communities, and I think people need to take responsibility and make sure that the amenity of those who live around them is not impacted. And we all love our animals, but we also need to understand that we have neighbours who don't necessarily love them as much as we do, and it's really important that we respect those that live around us. And so if that message gets through, and this is part of an investigation, I had a complaint this week from some people in Nathalia, same deal. So it isn't uncommon, and clearly these people are upset enough to raise a petition. So the situation obviously is worthy of investigation, and I think we shouldn't take these things too lightly, because I think it's really, really important we talk about the well-being and the livability of our municipality, and I think our towns are really, really important, so we need to take it seriously.
Thank you, Councillor Limbrick. Any other councillors wish to speak to that motion? Councillor Cox.
No, Mr Mayor.
Don't want to sum up. All those councillors in favour of that motion? Carried. Thank you. Councillor Seal Neil, urgent general business. Councillors are to state urgent general business motions and required to accept urgent general business. Councillor Brooks.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I would like to put forward a recommendation that the Moira Shire Council support Numurkah, Cobram, Nathalia Health in COVID testing through the free use of suitable facilities and the conditional secondment of Moira Shire staff with the following conditions, including that our staff are fully vaccinated, that it's on a voluntary basis, and that it does not affect business continuity. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Brooks, but we also need to accept urgent general business. So Councillor Mansfield and Councillor Limbrick, all those in favour of accepting that, thank you. And thank you, Councillor Brooks. Could I have now a councillor who voted for that? So she stated these 3 points, Councillor Brooks has. She has. Could I have a councillor second that motion, please? Councillor Lawless, thank you. Councillor Brooks, you wish to add anything on that to that one?
Just that I think in these difficult and challenging times, Mr. Mayor, that it's it's a great opportunity for the Shire to be able to assist our local health authority when they're overburdened with the Delta COVID cases that we have on our doorstep in Shepparton. So I think it's it's a great benefit that we could actually assist. So thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Brooks. Councillor Lawless, do you wish to add to that motion?
No, I don't think I need to. I think Councillor Brooks has explained it very well.
She has, Councillor Lawless. If no other councillors wish to speak to it, no. All those in favour of the motion? Carried, thank you. This now concludes our council meeting. Before we finish, I would just like to comment on the emergency that our region is facing. Please adhere to all health directions and know that council is here to support our community. We are only a phone call away. Thank you all who have watched our meeting today. And I'd like to thank all my councillors for doing a great job, since 8 of us are all by Zoom today. And I'd like to also thank the officers for making it happen. Thank you and good night.